The New York Times and The Washington Post retracted stories over the weekend claiming Rudy Giuliani, the personal attorney to former President Trump, had been warned by the FBI that he was a target of Russian disinformation leading up to the 2020 election. The two papers issued corrections over the weekend for stories that claimed Mr. Giuliani was made aware he was a target for Russian disinformation. He was allegedly digging up dirt on Joe Biden for President Trump. The former New York City mayor had his apartment raided on Wednesday. Federal agents executed a search warrant at Mr. Giuliani's apartment in New York, entitling them to take all electronic items. He told Fox News, "They took several electronic devices, but refused to take hard drives belonging to Hunter Biden, Mr. Biden's son, that were in Mr. Giuliani's possession." Mr. Giuliani has long accused the president's son of illegal foreign dealings and said the proof of them is on Biden's hard drive. Mr. Giuliani said the electronics that were seized will prove he is innocent of any wrongdoing, as is President Trump. He said, "I've known about this for 2 years. I could have destroyed the evidence. The evidence is exculpatory." Media reports on Wednesday suggested the Justice Department is probing Mr. Giuliani for violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act by representing Ukrainians for pay without having registered. Mr. Giuliani said, pushing back against the accusations, "I never represented a foreign national." Rudy Giuliani on Monday insisted he's done nothing wrong and accused federal prosecutors of trying to frame him because of his support for former President Trump. In an interview with Fox News, the former New York City mayor and ex-personal attorney for President Trump denied violating the Foreign Agents Registration Act. Mr. Giuliani said in the interview, "They are trying to frame me. They are trying to find something they can make into a crime, some technical violation, some mistake I made." Then he said, "They'll take anything." Federal investigators last week raided Mr. Giuliani's New York City apartment where they seized electronic devices as part of a probe into whether he violated Foreign Agents Registration Act by lobbying the Trump administration on behalf of Ukrainian officials in 2019. Specifically, investigators are looking into whether he pushed the Trump administration to fire Marie Yovanovitch, the former United States ambassador to Ukraine, on behalf of Ukrainian officials. He represented Mr. Trump during impeachment and other high-profile matters. Mr. Giuliani told Fox News that the raid was out of control. He said, "At about 6 a.m., there was this banging on my door, a very loud banging, and outside there was a group of endless FBI agents." Mr. Giuliani said, "Usually a person who has been a former assistant U.S. attorney, a United States attorney, a mayor, the associate attorney general, usually they receive a subpoena, not have their home raided." He told the network he was being targeted for supporting President Trump. He added that he had been cooperating with investigators when the raid occurred. He said, "The only lawyers they raid are lawyers for Donald Trump. I can't think of another lawyer that has been raided other than lawyers for Trump. Trump is in a special category because he doesn't have constitutional rights." Mr. Giuliani also insisted he hasn't done anything wrong, saying as a former United States attorney, he knows the law and would not violate it. He continued, "There is no way on earth that they could have anyone telling the truth that I was acting as a foreign agent. Nor do they have any evidence that I tried to influence the government on behalf of clients.